Hi kawan, welcome to EDCready. Today we are looking at an unboxing and a first impressions of this knife. This is the Kershaw. I'm not sure if it says here, but it says here it's an automatic knife, and I can tell you what knife it is. It is the Launch 10. Now, I do not have any other automatic knives, and when I saw this guy, and I was like, this could be that one token automatic knife that I get. Now you have here just basic plastic packaging. You have some information flyer. Is that what you call it? Yeah, you have some information in here, so you can read all that in your own time. I'm excited to get to this knife because I've heard so many things about this knife. However, this knife doesn't have a lot of reviews online. Like, you don't get a lot of videos talking about this guy, which I think that kind of makes it underrated because this guy looks pretty darn good in my opinion. Now, if you want to get under 2-inch automatic knife from Kershaw, you normally go for the Kershaw Launch 4. Or the Kershaw Launch 9 is another great option. But if you want something a little bit flashier, you're gonna get this guy. And let me show you why. I'll show you why just by pressing this button right here. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that blade shape. It is one of these one of these hawkbill blade shapes. It has a slight curve, not going to be very easy to sharpen if you are a sharpener. However, I don't sharpen, I just normally send it to my friend who sharpens it. So let's talk about this knife. Now, what do we have here? We have, I believe these are aluminium handle scales in grey, which are very nice. It doesn't feel sleek. I've had aluminium handle scales before that feel very slippery. This guy here feels quite nice. It also feels, it doesn't feel heavy. It weighs just right about the same weight as Benchmade Bug Out, but because it's kind of a lot smaller, it feels a little dense, even though it is going to be very light. We have here a deep carry pocket clip with screws. Now, one thing that did worry me is how shallow this little ramp thing is, because let's see if I can get under it. So how I like to use my knives is I like to grab this and pull it up, and then I kind of shove it in so it doesn't like scrape the pocket on the way in. However, this doesn't really have enough ramp for me. It's kind of difficult to get in there. Now, I will definitely be rebending this myself, but let me try it in my pants first. Let's talk about the centering. Centering here, it is pretty dead on perfect. As you can see, there is a center line right here in the aluminium, and then over here it is pretty much spot on in the center. Not bad, Kershaw, not bad. Alright, now ergonomics. Ergonomics are really nice right here. In my fingers, you get a 3-finger grip, but you get the 3-finger grip here. Finger trawl, the finger grooves here fit my fingers perfectly. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect spacing. And then over here, same as the native, no, not the native 5, the Kershaw Natrix. There is a little hump right here where your pinky finger can sit right there. So it comes in very comfortably in the hands from what I can feel in my first impressions right here. It really like captures the whole knife, and then you can really like hold down on it. I'm feeling a bit of a hot spot coming out of the clip here, so if you really hold down on it, you're gonna feel the hot spot right here. You can kind of see the redness in my fingers. From what I can feel, the natural grip right here is like this, with your thumb here and this little thumb groove right here. And then the reason why I really like this blade is because I really like this kind of a hole for a knife where I can just pierce and pull, because I tend to do a lot of pull cuts in my life. And then it has this nice little ramp right here for your index finger to come in. So you have a lot of control in this knife. Just a lot of control. This is gotta be one of the most comfortable knives I've ever held. Now, I know I say that about a lot of knives, but I was young. You know, I was new in the whole review game. So as I started experiencing more and more knives, I kind of figure out what is more comfortable for me and what is less comfortable for me. This guy right here, very, very comfortable in the hand. I would actually say that it is definitely better than the Civivi McKenna in terms of ergonomics, and definitely I would even say this is better than the Dragonfly 2. Okay, with the exception of the hotspot, the Dragonfly 2 doesn't really have a hotspot, but this guy right here, pretty darn good in terms of where you can place your fingers. Very comfortable in both grips. Now the blade steel right here is CPM 154, and the action right here, this is what caught me by surprise when I flicked it open just now. It hits hard. There's a hard action. Now, I've never used or held a what's that other sprint, there is a, now I've never used a Microtech or whatever, or any other automatic knives. This is my first one, but it kicks harder than what I expected. I expected it to be a little bit softer, but whatever, it just hits like bang, it hits hard. And if you don't hold on to this, I'm really glad that this button right here has some texturing right here, because if that button was smooth, I could foresee myself actually like having this slip out of my hand. Now you can like slow open this, you just press this button and then you open it like that, so it looks less intimidating. But if you really want to feel this, you're gonna feel that mule kick right there. Amazing action, especially for such a small knife. I'm kind of afraid that it might break over sometime, but I really doubt so. I don't know, this is just me like not being used to automatic knives. Okay guys, I will try to do a disassembly on this guy. I've never disassembled an automatic knife before, but I'm going to try to do the disassembly. We have here a non-free spinning pivot. That's very nice. And then please feel free to wait for the full review on my channel. Okay guys, thanks and stay ready.